We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 9:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot at 9:30 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 50% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock doing a full transition here from the dip area to the rip area from Thursday to Friday, and continuing to hit bright green bars here on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator since the 515 level and fighting here to hold support above 517, right? That is a key resistance we broke down on Thursday. If we broke back above it, it needed to hold it for bulls to have strength, and it continues to bounce off of it. And here it is fighting in the after hours to stay above 518, 519 levels, right? So back under a bull indicator here on the SPY. You also have the QQQ here having strength with a bull indicator since 437. We also have here Tesla under a bull indicator in the after hours on Friday at 166. We have Apple going downwards and breaking through key support levels here at 168. Lots of eyes on it right now, even though it's under a bear indicator. Full transition as well from the rip area to dip area. I'll be watching if that can hold support going into tomorrow and this week. And then you have here, again, Netflix dropping back down towards the 630 area, rejecting those key levels up here near 640 to 636 levels. So lots of eyes on these stocks, and right now the SPY is holding up, and the QQQ. Now here we have it on the 1 hour under a bull indicator as well since the 515.80 level. If you want to just round that up to 516, you can. That is holding up really strong here after canceling the bear indicator from 522.80 levels. back on Thursday, right? And a full transition has happened from the rip area to the dip area, and it's going to be crucial in this staircase effect if it continues to retest key resistance levels and inflows follow to justify the strength that the next transition from dark green to bright green happens to do a full transition here in the bigger picture. It's not guaranteed to, but that is something I'll be watching for as we are doing a transition up so far. Strength here on these charts, bull indicator, and it should look something like this, right? Full transition from the dip area at the 517 area, and it went up towards 523, the most recent highs before rejecting. So that is something I'm looking for in these charts. Not exactly the same move has to happen, but those are the confirmations in the bigger picture I'll be watching. Now, in the 15-minute chart, it's back under a bear indicator, and to justify the weakness of this bear indicator and continue to the downside, outflows will need to justify that and would have need to cross the outflows to the downside, right? Cross that midpoint. So I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, with outflows dominating here in the middle of the day and going into the rest of the day and after hours. Even though inflows are trying to pick back up, outflows are dominating. Now, the reason why the chart has not completely collapsed is because it hasn't pulled away significantly from the midpoint. And when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here the same thing, right? Really close to the midpoint, and those outflows have leveled off, and it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pick back up to start continuing that staircase effect here and complete that possible transition into bright green bars, right? As we broke down earlier in the video, that is something I will be watching for, and these inflows need to pick back up. Now, we have outflows dominating in the bigger picture of the 1 hour and the 30-minute, but when we zoom into the 15-minute, we could see within the chop, inflows have tried to dominate in the first half of the day and also here into the close. And here it is trying to pick back up. If these outflows continue to dominate and pull away from the midpoint and switch from green to red again, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. And the first support level I'll be watching is 518. Then below that is the key level of 517 in that tight range. If both of those get broken through and these outflows continue to pull downwards on the 30-minute, the next level I'll be watching is 515 and then the 513 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for inflows to cross back up, start reflecting that strength into these charts, roll that strength over into the 30-minute and 1 hour, continue this staircase effect here so far and push upwards. And the first resistance is 520, then above that is 523, and then I'll be watching the 525 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I will be watching them closely as they're trying to pick back up here on the 30-minute and in the volatility of the 15-minute, and they're really close there on the 1 hour. Because when we pull it up, we can see here in the bigger picture how it is sitting sideways, guys. This is something to not ignore. Really close to the midpoint. Yes, it's red, but it continues to create that staircase effect here as well on these inflow versus outflows and on these charts. And as long as it can hold support, I'll be watching if the lower time frames in the volatility things start to pick up, and if it could start to reflect that here in the bigger picture, get back over the midpoint and quickly start to reflect the strength here and going green, right? From red as we see it. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.